And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Sam Houston's offense will take the field first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
The Bearcats will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Watson. Bringing the heat. Moving out of the pocket. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Sets up the screen. Runs for the tackle. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk just for a moment about Sam Houston and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead. This is a matchup.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
So UNLV's offense will go to work for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
The give. Oh, he's got a chance. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, all right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking downfield, it's Orji. Grabbed over the middle, it's Gums. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Rebels will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Looking for the goal line. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Quarterback sneaks ahead. Sneaks it in. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much of the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right slot.
Got his man. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's
wide open on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bearcats.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Rebels offense is back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Orji. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, the QB and receiver are trying to hook up there on a curl route, but the DB just had better coverage and he knocked it away.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it still on his feet. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels.
Touchdown. ULM. Number 11 with the carry.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Illinois took care of business today. They left little doubt about how this one was going to go almost from the start. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Bearcats want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage trying to run the play.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And the Bearcats decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll try to run for it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
That's caught. It's Porter. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. To throw, it's Watson. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Back to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gums. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The offense lining up for a first down play.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff to the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on fourth down. It's a seam wide open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on fourth down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
To the air, it's Orji. Caught over the middle, it's Thomas. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Gets it out fast. Lots of running room. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
And the Rebels trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
It's third and goal. And a long way from the end zone. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Fourth down here, it's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Huntsville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to our team at Elliott T. Bowers Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Bearcats will boot it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Moore. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Rebels offense is back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
Dropping back, it's Orji. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on 3rd down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll give it to the back. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. The Bearcats want to move quickly.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bearcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Watson. Gets it out quickly.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll do it himself. There he goes. Finally corralled, but down. And the Bearcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Rebels are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. From deep in their own territory, looking to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They're not afraid to let one fly from back here. Snagged in the middle, it comes.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And the Rebels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Orji. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
The give to the back. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a 1st down.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
They'll pull it on the read. Nice move there. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Bearcats are in the hurry-up. They'll leave it with him. Nice move to keep running. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. They do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Trying to barrel in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bearcats.
And how about this offensive line. 3rd and goal, you got to have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Buffalo went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Bulls always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. The give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass, it's Orji. Quick completion on the out. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Looking for space. It's Glover. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
The Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Orji. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A low line drive and not his best work. Waves the arm for the Bearcat, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Pressure coming. The short hands, it's Black. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. The Bearcats will punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And now on second down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Orji. He's going for a big play downfield. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it in the middle, it's Lyons. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. RPO complete to open the drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And down he goes back at the 3.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? UNLV ready to go back to work on offense.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. To waste this great field position here on third and long. This is a designed run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. absolutely perfect. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
To the air, it's Watson. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's third and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more
Turning it on! They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man across the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
From the gun, give on the inside. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This is an area of the field now you just cannot afford negative plays. Whether you're going to throw it or you're going to run it, you're in position right now to score points and win this game. You've got one timeout.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Watson. Unleashes one deep. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's fourth down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
Rushes on him. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Rebels offense is back on the field. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite them. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a W.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other. over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much.